41 days into the longest government shutdown in history. This morning, a breakthrough.
The motion upon reconsideration is agreed to.
The Senate reaching a deal to reopen the government through the end of January. 8 Democrats breaking with the party to advance the measure.
This was the only deal on the table.
In the end, Senate Democrats backing away from their key demand, extending expiring Obamacare subsidies so health insurance premiums don't rise for millions.
How do you explain, though, to your constituents why it was worth it to put up this fight for so long when in the end you did not get your key demand?
Because it wasn't working. How long would it take to not get a response to say it isn't working?
But Senator Bernie Sanders insisting the party is giving in too soon.
If this vote succeeds, over 20 million Americans are going to see at least a doubling in their premiums in the Affordable Care Act.
And other Democrats leaving the chamber clearly upset.
I voted no just because I'm so pissed off. I'm just frustrated.
As part of the deal, sources say Democrats were able to secure a vote on health care subsidies in the coming weeks. But there's no guarantee Republicans will support it.
People are seeing what these prices are going to be, and so that drumbeat is getting louder.
The agreement also reverses mass firings of federal workers laid off during the shutdown, guaranteeing back pay as required by law for hundreds of thousands of others who were furloughed, and includes months of funding for SNAP, federal food assistance.
So the shutdown is not over yet, so Americans out there will continue to feel the impacts of this. The Senate still has to give final approval on this bill, and then it will have to go over to the House. They have been out of town, out on recess for 51 days. They're expected to be called back this week, George.
And Rachel, this came after an appeals court handed the Trump administration a defeat on these SNAP benefits.
Yeah, George, and there's been a lot of back and forth in the courts over this. So over the weekend, we did see Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson pause a ruling that would have allowed these benefits to go out for millions of Americans, giving an appeals court more time to review. And you just said it there. We did hear from an appeals court rejecting the administration's request to block these payments, essentially saying the administration sat on its hands and delayed these payments from going out for so many Americans the first week of November. They still do have time to appeal to the Supreme Court, George.